What's up? What's up? Welcome back. This is here yet another episode of the Hidalgo Motors Company YouTube channel. All right. This video is I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible because believe me, time is money, right? And time is the only thing that you'll never get back in life. Anyways, today I'm gonna talk about the truth about in-house finance and buy here, pay here dealerships and why you should stay away from them. That's right, you should stay away from these dealers. First, let's talk about what are buy here, pay here dealerships. What does the term in house financing mean? Well, to simplify it, buy here, pay here dealerships are basically a one stop shop for your auto sales, okay? And most of them claim they will finance just about anyone, no matter their situation. They say, "Hey, come over here. We'll get you done. No ifs, ands, or buts. Blah blah blah. No matter what your situation looks like. Have repos, okay. No license, okay. No social, okay." And believe me when I tell you, they are not lying to you. All right, they will get you done, but it usually comes with a cost or comes at a cost. Okay, it's not just it ain't all fun and games. Believe me. Anyways, in house financing dealerships are able to finance a vehicle because the dealership basically acts as the bank and gives you the loan necessary to buy the car that you want, okay? And in return, you buy from them and you make payments directly to them. Pretty easy, pretty simple, very straightforward, right? So that makes them a really good choice. And today we're going to talk about pros and cons about the in-house finance buy here pay here dealership world. Okay? Well, number 1, we're going to start with the pros, of course, because we like to hear the good news first before the bad news. We'll save the bad news for last because they say save the best for last. All right. So, let's get started. Number 1, you can finance just about anything you're willing and able to pay for. Okay? So, if you see a car that you like, BMW, Mercedes, big truck, lifted truck, at these buy here, pay here lots, and you have crappy credit, repos in your credit, never made a payment to anybody in your life, by the way, I'm sorry if you get offended, but that's how you get bad credit. You buy a bunch of stuff and you don't pay for it. Okay? Or you get a lot of credit lines and you never pay for them. Or simply you go through a divorce or stuff like that. Well, there's plenty different ways to get bad credit. But these dealerships are there for you when you need them the most. Okay, so number 2, no matter your credit score, you can be a 200 beacon or a 400 beacon. And even if you had a repo last year, last month, last week, or even yesterday, these guys will get you done. Okay? They will still get you financed. Number 3, most of them will advertise low down payments, even zero down. Who doesn't want a zero down deal, right? Guess what? You don't want a zero down deal. Zero down means you finance more, which means you are at higher risk of having negative equity, right? I hope you know what that is. I can go over that in a different video, but not right now for time's sake. Okay, let's see. Number 4, they help you when you need it the most. I think I talked about this already. So let's say you're struggling and this is your last resort. Usually a buy here, pay here lot is your last resort. Unless you don't know any better and you go to them first. Okay? That's basically the first 4 quick pros about it. Alright? First 4 pros about it. Now that you know the pros, let's go ahead and get into some of the cons of the in-house financing. This is where it gets good. Okay? At least to me. This is where it gets good. Financing in-house usually comes with a pretty hefty price tag, okay? Now, if you're like them rappers and say, "Well, who looks at the price tag?" You know, then you don't even care. You're probably not gonna be able to buy your pay your lot anyways. Or maybe you are if you don't know any better. Alright, so number one, most dealerships usually in 99% of the time they max out the interest rate. Okay, for example, in Texas it's around 26 point something percent, 26.4, 26.52, I think, interest rate. So imagine that 26% of your money every year goes to just interest. And believe me, they set it up to where you pay the interest first and then the principal balance gets paid off. Slowly but surely, right? Okay. Well, still payments. It's still a car that you're driving, so it's only as much as it's worth to you if it takes you to work, takes you to the hospital, whatever, right? I say hospital because of the times we're in right now. But anyway, it takes you to your family's house, your friend's house, school, blah blah blah, whatever. So it's worth a lot more than what you're paying for monthly because it's if you go to work and get your paycheck, it's paying for itself, pretty much. Kind of self-explanatory, right? Number two, you tend to finance a lot more than what the car is actually worth. Hey, I'm telling you from experience. I used to work at a previous dealership. Those of you that know me probably know the name of the dealership, but there was this in-house finance program they had, and they tend to rack on about maybe $4,000 to $6,000 on top of what their cost is. The cost is basically what they purchased the vehicle from. Purchased the vehicle for. Plus, they tend to include what's called a pack fee to their cost, which is like how much reconditioning you put to the car, blah blah blah, right? So, cost plus pack fee plus $4,000 to $6,000 of profit that they add on top. So, if you ever wanted to trade your vehicle in, you kind of going to be underwater around $4,000 to $6,000, just guaranteed, unless you get a really good deal and you just know how to haggle them down and they're desperate for a sale. It's the end of the month or the beginning of the month or whatever. They want to start off strong or finish off strong. They get your last deal in, whatever. It's an account in their end and you're still making payments to them, right? All right. Number three, the majority of the time, an in-house finance loan may not report to your credit bureaus. Therefore, it's not going to help you build credit. All right. Well, if that's your goal to build credit, you want to get an auto loan. That's one of the best ways to build your credit up. Get a vehicle loan. Usually it's a mortgage, a vehicle loan, expensive credit cards, and just show responsibility and pay them off. Right. But most of the times they don't report to your credit bureau. That means they just pocket the money, whatever monthly payments you give them, they put it into your account, they decrease the debt, and then when you finish paying them off, you try to go to a dealership, a bigger dealership, thinking, oh, hey, I have a paid auto. They look at you and they say, sorry, sir, you're a first-time buyer. And although you've paid a car off in a couple years, hard-earned money to pay your dealership. All right. Some of them do report to your credit, and that's good in a way and bad at the same time because remember the $4,000 to $6,000 extra. So if you ever let it go back for whatever reason, it's a blessing if they don't report to your credit. But sometimes they will only report the bad, which means when you let it go, they'll send you to collections, and that's it. You're gonna have a repo on your credit, but never had any history of you paying that loan. So too bad, so sad, right? Should have known any better. All right. Number four. This should not be a surprise. In-house financing dealerships have little to no flexibility. Okay? What do I mean by that? That means they want their money or they want their car back right away. Think about it. Wouldn't you want your car back if you sold it to somebody and they don't want to pay you or they're not paying you? Sometimes little stuff goes wrong. Oh, I need my oil change, or I need my brakes, I need new tires, I had to put tires in the car, now I can't make the payment, blah blah blah. We don't care. They don't care. They just need their money or their car back. Just plain and simple. It's super cold, but hey baby, wake up. It's a cold world we're living in, okay? And believe me, they will get their car back no matter what you say, no matter what you do. you sign a right of repossession form in your contract, allowing them to enter your property and take your vehicle away. And if you don't comply, in the state of Texas, you are breaking the law. So guess what? You either pay or you pay the price at the end, a little more expensive, because that repossession stays on your credit for about 5 years. And especially if they don't report, you're screwed. You're gonna have to go back to another buy here, pay here, and it's just gonna be the whole thing all over again. So you might as well just stay away from these places, okay? And to top off number 4, like I was talking about, they will put a GPS tracker device with a starter interrupter. If they're smart, they'll put a starter interrupter there. What does that mean? That means if you're late, there's going to be this little thing that looks like a kind of like a little keypad or stereo system inside your vehicle that was connected to your ignition. And if you make the payments, if you don't make the payments on time, they can go ahead and with their computer, with a click of a button, disable your starter. So you go to start your car, try to go to work in the morning after a couple days late, try to turn it on. Surprise, surprise, you're not going anywhere. And because the GPS is there, the repo man knows where to go and they will come and get your car. It's just how it works. Okay, it's just how it works. So you either pay the money or you pay the bigger price of walking or asking for rides and being a burden on everybody else. Okay. It's a cold world we're living in, remember. So, tip of the day, don't miss a payment, don't fall behind, especially if you have an in-house finance deal with a GPS tracker and a starter interrupter. Now, by law, they have to tell you that they have a GPS in the vehicle and they have to tell you that there's a starter interrupter there. You can't just find out by missing your payments. But if you don't pay attention when they're signing you up, which most dealers are inexperienced and they just sign you up without explaining you things, you are in for a rude awakening. For real. Okay. And another thing, they can either take your car back if you don't have full coverage insurance. That's right, full coverage insurance, my friends, or whatever they require on your contract. So, these people love to recycle their inventory. It's kind of a goal. They give you the car, high payment, and they're just praying and hoping that you don't make the payment so they can come and snatch your car and resell it again and collect the down payment again and do it all over again. Cold world we're living in. It's just how it is. If you're on the dealer end, it's actually a beautiful business to be in. Imagine getting a vehicle back, getting paid again and again and again and again. Who wouldn't want that, right? Maybe after 3 or 4 customers, you pay your car off. Ah, man, that's hilarious. All right, there you have it. Those are some of the pros and cons of buy here, pay here dealerships. So at the end of the day, your situation today is the result of all the decisions you've made in the past. I want you to be informed so you can make good decisions, okay? In order to avoid this, always choose to get pre-approved from either your personal bank, a local credit union, to reduce the risk of being taken for a ride when trying to buy one. Get it? Don't get taken for a ride when trying to find a ride. Plus, banks tend to limit the amount that the dealership can sell a vehicle for because of the trade values and retail values from NADA, Kelley Blue Book, and Black Book, and so on and so on. Right? Okay. Well, if you watched it this far, here at my dealership, Hidalgo Motors, we're kind of a hybrid. Okay, that means we take all the good in from the in-house financing places and remove all the bad. Here we have low down payment, even zero down sometimes. I swear, zero down sometimes. We have a lot of programs available and we can finance to almost anybody with challenged credit because of all the programs and partners that we have under our belt. Okay, so with that being said, watch our video. I'm gonna try to put it in the description so you can see exactly how our program works and everything you need to get started with us. So if you're in Houston, Texas, you're in luck because this is where we operate out of, at least for now. I plan on expanding the locations to the whole entire United States if possible. But that's a long shot. And guess what? We're aimed for the moon, and as long as we land on the stars, we're good to go, right? So, hope you learned something today. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more fun and informative content like this. Okay, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, visit us online at our website, www.hidalgomotorsco.com. The video's right there if you don't see it in the description. So hey, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a blessed day or night, wherever you're at and whatever time you're watching this. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to the channel for more informative content. Here we go.